to our teenagers. You know, young people always talk about, well, I got to get respect. You get respect when you give respect. That's how you get respect. And I believe in my heart and in my soul that 99% of the young people here in the city of Philadelphia are good and have good intentions in their heart. So I don't want anyone to think that we've got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and untold numbers of bad young people running around, because we don't. We have some really great young people in this city. They go to school. They try to get good grades, they try to graduate and go on with their lives. They participate in sports, art, music, poetry, cultural services. They're out tutoring. Some of them have jobs and they're working. Some are taking care of their siblings, parents, and even grandparents. Unfortunately, there's a few. Could be 100, could be a couple hundred, could be 1,000. That's still less than 1%. But there's some really bad ones. And unfortunately, they engage in violent behavior. They're lawless, they act with ignorance, they don't care about anybody else, and their behavior is outrageous. Well, we're not going to tolerate that. We won't tolerate it, and we're not going to excuse it, because there is no excuse for it. Sense and nonsense cannot exist in the same place, in the same city, in the same world, and it's not going to happen here in Philadelphia. You can't have both at the same time. Can't have both. And so, this behavior could have actually resulted in even more injuries or worse. They could have killed somebody. Oh, then they'd really be in a world of trouble. Then all of a sudden, they'd be crying. I want my mom. I need my dad. I need somebody. No, it's too late then. No. We're past that. It's too late. It's too late. You've damaged yourself. You damaged another person. You've damaged your peers. And quite honestly, you damaged your own race. You damaged your own race. So, to our young people, if you want black folks, if you want white folks, Latinos, Asians, or anybody else to respect you and not be afraid when they see you walking down the street, then leave the innocent people who are walking down the street, minding their own damn business, leave them alone. Stop it. Cut it out. We've had enough of this nonsense going on. We've had enough. And some of them should be ashamed of their behavior. And some of them have made shame on our race. I'm speaking plainly. I'm telling you what's on my heart. It's a disgrace what's going on. Not one of these victims, not one, did anything to any one of those young people. They weren't bothering them. They didn't say anything to them. They were minding their business. Some were out enjoying themselves. Some were just coming from work. They didn't do one thing. And then all of a sudden, for the cowards that some of them are, in the crowd, thought they were anonymous, jumped up and started beating on people, assaulting them in the streets of this city. Well, you know, now if that was one of their friends, if that was their brother, if that was their sister, their moms, their grandmoms, somebody, they'd say, oh, that ain't right. That's wrong. Well, it's wrong when you do it too. It's wrong when you do it too. And so if you want to be aggressive, we're going to be aggressive. And let me just share this with you. We got the biggest, baddest gang in town. A committed group of citizens and a committed government, and we're working together, and we're not going to have this nonsense anymore. And lastly, let me say, some of those young folks are lucky. They're lucky that one of those citizens didn't jump up and start whipping their butt, which clearly they did not have enough of when they were young themselves. They're lucky they didn't get themselves beat up with this nonsense. So let me close. We want a safe city. We will not tolerate ignorant, stupid, out-of-control behavior. It hurts our citizens, damages property, and besmirches our reputation as a great city. And so to all of our young people, but a particular message to our young African-American boys and girls. Let me say this. If you want all of us, black, white, or any other color, if you want us to respect you, if you want us to look at you in a different way, if you want us not to be afraid to walk down the same side of the street with you, if you want folks not to jump out of the elevator when you get on, if you want folks to stop following you around in stores when you're out shopping, if you want somebody to offer you a job or an internship somewhere, if you don't want folks to be looking in or trying to go in a different direction when they see 2 or 20 of you coming down the street, then stop acting like idiots and fools out in the streets of the city of Philadelphia. Just cut it out. And another thing, take those doggone hoodies down, especially in the summer. Pull your pants up and buy a belt, because no one wants to see your underwear or the crack of your butt. Nobody. Buy a belt. Buy a belt. Nobody wants to see your underwear. Comb your hair and get some grooming skills. Comb your hair. Running around here with your hair all over the place. Learn some manners. Keep your butt in school. Graduate from high school. Go on to college so you can go and make something of yourself and be a good citizen here in this city. And why don't you work on extending your English vocabulary? Extend your English vocabulary beyond the few curse words that you know, some other grunts and grumbles and other things that none of us can understand what you're saying. And if you go to look for a job, don't go blame it on the white folks or anybody else. If you walk in somebody's office with your hair uncombed and the pick in the back and your shoes untied and your pants half down, tattoos up and down your arm, on your face, on your neck, and you wonder why somebody won't hire you, they don't hire you because you look like you're crazy. That's why they're not hiring you. So, you do those things and act like you got some sense, you'd be surprised what opportunities will open up to you. That's what was on my mind. That's all I got to say.